Hey gang, what's good? Welcome to Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Look, it says it right there. So this is a game that I bought almost a year ago and did not play because my original plan was to play this as a stream. Just stream this and casually sort of go through it there. But, come to find out, in a way, it taught me. It taught me a few things about myself, and that is that damn, story games are not ideal fodder for streaming. More so, I think best streaming games are like things I can just easily jump into and just sort of do whatever the hell I feel like, right? Whereas something more, well, obviously this, winner of best role-playing game of last year on PC Gamer, I think, it works a lot better as a sort of standard playthrough, right? So, that is what we're doing. Now, there's been a lot of updates. You'll see down here a bunch of stuff that I ain't got. It's all black and white. We've got the Forgotten Sanctum, Seeker, Slayer, Survivor, and Beast of Winter. Perhaps at some point I will get those. I don't know yet. Maybe, depending on how the storyline and all that works, we can just get these at some point after we finish the primary campaign. But also, there is this stuff. A lot of free DLC, which I have almost all of it, except for the Critical Role Pack. Because, as much as I enjoy the work of a lot of those folks, I don't listen to the podcast, which is maybe my bad. I should probably, by the end of this, I can't say, but I might start listening to it. I gave it a shot a while back when this first started coming out, but maybe I need to not listen to it in chronological order, because as with most things, myself included, a lot of the first foray, the audio was a little poor, which that's just how it be. I mean, you know how it is. But we've got a lot of options here. I'll just go through quickly my options. I went and made sure to set up all this. Of course, we've already got like archives of all the other things we've played, of how far we got, which wasn't very far at all. A lot of it was finagling around with settings and graphics and all that stuff. But here, I've already set up pretty much everything, I believe. There we go. Oh, look, yeah, we also got some achievements, which result in these Blessings of Barrage, which is like this fun new sort of system, all that stuff. No mods, PoE game settings 1. Oh, yeah, this is where you can create your own thing, your own history from PoE 1. We'll just be importing our stuff, which I still have it, because although I certainly put off doing this, I still wanted to do it, baby. Now, also here, when I was investigating around, look at this little guy, look at this! Look, there's like this fun sort of thing that you can do for, future playthroughs and all that. You can activate all these challenges and stuff. Just accidentally happened upon that. I'm pretty sure this wasn't in there in the start. I don't think so. I think this was part of another like free update or whatever. But anyway, since we haven't played it before, this seems certainly like, I mean, good God, remember the Triple Crown achievement that we talked about in the first one, and then the solo achievement and all that stuff? Wild things. Perhaps something meant for at least for this fucking guy. Something that I would do in a future playthrough if I ever did one. Certainly not a first one. But we will be doing maximum difficulty, Path of the Damned. Anyway, enough talking about this shit. Let's get started. New game. You know, as we already have continue there. Because, I'll probably move those archive videos over to the this official stream archive channel or whatever the hell. Alright, new game. Here we go, baby. Oh, yeah, and this! Yeah, turn-based, or real-time. Right? Which, it's still in beta. I've heard that there are some weird issues with how some of the skills work, because, honestly, it sounds like it's a lot better than you would even expect, right? Because, holy crap, just transferring this entire system over to turn-based seems wild! And it's just a free update? Holy crap! Like, that usually that's the kind of thing that you would expect, in a future iteration of the game, like Pillars of Eternity 3. Now introducing turn-based mode, but they were just like, why not? Just on a whim, I guess. But since I played through the first one, I mean, I'm pretty accustomed to real-time with pausing, right? So we'll be going with that. Also, I think I heard that, especially on higher difficulties, turn-based mode gets extremely lengthy. Like, it takes a really long time. And already, real-time with pause takes a long time for me. So, we're going with real-time with pause, and look, I think this, tells you even more stuff about what the heck's going on. Seems wild. It just seems wild. But hey, my opinion on this is, although this ain't for me, if it helps someone get into the game, I'm all for it. Alright, continue. There we go. And see, here's the Barrage Blessings things I was talking about, and we happen to have... Maybe this was in from the start. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to crank this all the way up to Path of the Damned. Throws the largest number of enemies against the player, makes enemies more powerful, and utilizes the most devious AI tactics. Warning, this option is only intended for players who want the most punishing encounters, which I guess is us. Alright. And Trial of Iron is where you only have one save, and if you're dead, which seems wild as hell. Expert mode, there's still some mechanics that we haven't yet encountered, or that I haven't yet encountered in Pillars of Eternity 2, so I'm not going to check this. I still want more, tutorial stuff. And also, probably good to have a refresher, right? Like, these, once again, stuff for secondary playthroughs and all that, right? Level scaling, however, will turn all that on, only scale upwards. There we go. Yeah, I think scenes will only scale their level upwards to keep pace with players who arrive at a higher level than intended. Levels will never be adjusted downward. So then I think we talked about this before, but we still get areas where it's like, whoa, Nelly, we need to come back here later. Alright. And we can now skip the intro, but we won't do that. Start game. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm excited to finally get back into this. Good God, it's been too long. If anything, I'm sorry. Entirely my fault for being a dumb butt. Oh gosh. Oh, getting some shivers now already. What the heck? You'd think I wouldn't, but I am.
Eora. A world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood. A nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god.
So this is 5 years after.
In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher.
After, the end of
One who can
Pillars
see
1.
and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cad Nua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Oh. My goodness. In a way, this is a homecoming, because our character, is from Deadfire, right? We will be sticking with that tidbit as well. Oh, here we go.
Made a nice story. You
Matt
fixing
Mercer.
up that old keep? Lifting the curse? Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. But maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my God came back, he would forgive us. Last the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
Do you think that's meant to have, double meaning? That the statue that Aethys also woke up, right? Huh. Also, given what we know about this opening, they mentioned that Theos was supposed to be like an immortal agent of the gods. Aren't we now that?
To a sleepless world.
Huh.
The in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
God, this is just like Mario 64. The very first boss level. You know what I'm talking about with the big spires?
Past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
A watcher sees souls, knows their past.
Oh god, what was that guy's name? Started with an M.
See them back.
He was the old watcher who started, like, losing his mind.
A dubious
Start with an
honor,
M.
inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
Yep, our talking chair. I don't remember that old lady from the beginning.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
It's probably
The
important
gods
to think of
aren't
the...
real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Do you think she'll show up in this? Oh god, I don't even remember her name either.
And did you ever consider that these were things you
Our, like,
were never
lover.
meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Man, Theos, I don't clearly understand anything.
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
Alright, let's get on sucked into the big rock.
Friend again, Watcher. Come.
Oh yeah, we meet up with, right, yeah. Very cool. Yeah, I did tab through the last video, so we'll be able to go through really quickly through character creation and all of that. Because, you know, easier the second time through. Less debating and all that over decisions. Still probably have a little bit of that, but nowhere near as much as the first time through. If anything, worst comes to worst, just cut it. Oh my gosh. The brilliance of having an actual playthrough going. Than the stream, right?
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of
Dude
skin.
looks like a raisin.
Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage.
Gosh, the voice acting, it adds a lot, huh?
You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Like a jack-o'-lantern, huh? A gourd? Alright. Neat. I wonder if this means anything. Huh. Let's see. How many of these are there? Oh, good God. How many gods are there in the pantheon of, Pillars of Eternity? Do each one of these dots represent one? Let's see. There's 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14? And then 15, maybe? Is this meant to be Aethys because things are getting weird there? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into that too much. I don't think there were 15, were there? There were certainly a lot. Alright, can we talk this?
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
Oh, well, thanks. Alright. Walk on in through here. Oh, look at that. Oh, I never noticed that they were headstones before. Huh. Okay. I thought, first time through, I just thought that they were rubbly rocks. Which makes sense, right? Given that who we're meeting with here, the two of them. Are they two
Sit.
or one?
Please.
Gods, you know how it be. Now, isn't there a way that, yeah, we hold tab and highlight stuff. Interact. View. Click on highlighted objects to interact with them. Each type of object has its own type of basic interaction. Doors will open or close. Locked objects will be unlocked. Items will be picked up. People in the world will speak with you. and enemies will be attacked. Neat. Alright. Let's get our stuff read here. There we go.
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Nua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in. A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times.
Ugh, God.
She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
It's amazing that they literally just give us, like, is that canon? That we are just allowed to shape our fate like that? Like, is this a place that exists beyond reality or something? Like, we're shaping reality here because we're among gods? Huh. I have no idea if this is meant to be, like, a canon thing or just, you know, a sort of representation of game mechanics to allow us to exert player agency, so to speak. Alright, import PoE save. There we go. Oh my gosh. Great.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Yeah.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Barrage. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge.
Gosh, and I forgot about this, that they give you these little tooltips. Oh, that is so excellent. Because the first one didn't have these, right? Yeah, this is new and excellent, like I said. Barrage. Let's get some refreshers, huh? Barrage, god of death, cycles, doorways, mortality, and inevitability. The keeper of the cycle of life and death. Barrage is thought to seek to claim the lives of those who have lived past their time. According to folklore, Barrage is seen most often in the form of the Pallid Knight, or the Usher, two skeletal characters who lead such people to their deaths by way of challenge or trickery. Which is interesting, because here, they're certainly not skeletal, though she sounds like she's getting close to being skeletal, but he looks, they're old, they're aged, to be sure, but not skeletal. Which maybe is intentional because we're dead now, right? Maybe? Continue.
The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction. The gods offered you boons in exchange for resolving the Hollowborn crisis. What did you do with the souls?
And Hollowborn, an infant born without a soul. Big deal in the last game, right? Maybe a big deal here too. But yeah, we did return the souls to the wheel. We did exactly as we vowed because we were afraid of the wrath of the gods, right? In trying to stop some sort of divine action, we needed some divine action. Alright, we did return the souls to the wheel, but also return the souls to the Hollowborn, strengthen the souls of the Deerwood, disintegrated the souls, dispersed the souls randomly, or gave the souls to Woodica. Man, that is wild. Oh god. Man, maybe if we did do a second playthrough, we would pick everything bad, you remember? Alright. Gave the souls to Woodica, who is goddess of justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, memory, and hierarchies. Depicted as an old noblewoman, bearing a broken crown upon her head, so to have once ruled over the other gods, but has since been overthrown. Alright. And return souls to the wheel.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Yeah, it was in that big twinkly room, right? With all the stars on the floor and all that? In the Hall in the Hall of Stars in Twin Elms. I think so. I pledged myself to do your bidding in exchange for your aid. I don't remember. Remain silent. Yeah, it was the Hall of Stars.
You prayed for my help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, and pledged yourself to me. And though you could have broken your pledge when you defeated Theos at Sun and Shadow, you did not. Admirable.
She delicately places a card on the table. A bell in a tower. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
A bell in a tower. Huh. Is that significant to us in any way? I don't know. Continue.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Nua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Eothas. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
And Nua. Nua was a powerful Engwithan tyrant. He went mad after the death of his son, Maros, because he knew there were no gods to ensure he would be properly reincarnated. Right, we learned about a lot of this when we went down the Endless Paths, which was started as like an optional sort of DLC, like just unlocked for backers and all that in Pillars 1, but then now it's like a big deal, right? They deeply ingrained it into the lore. He dedicated his life to carving a massive statue of his son out of living Audra, with the intention of drawing Maros' soul out of the Beyond by force. Nua was defeated through the efforts of other Engwithan tyrants, who buried him with his work. In later centuries, colonists built a castle over the ruins and named it Cadnua. Like the ruins themselves, Cadnua was considered cursed. And then Eothas, the man himself, or the god himself, I should say, god of rebirth, redemption, dawn, spring, and light, traditionally shown as a man bearing a candle and wearing a silver crown, believed to have possessed the body of the Raed Saren farmer, Widewyn, during the Saints' War, and been destroyed along with Widewyn at the end of the war. Right. I do like how it says traditionally shown as, right? Which I'm sure we'll run into as we meet other cultures and have their own sort of representations of these gods and goddesses, right? He recently reformed his essence in the statue of Maros Nua beneath Cadnua. In the process of pulling himself from the Endless Paths, he destroyed the castle and left the Watcher of Cadnua at the brink of death. Oh, so we haven't actually technically died then. Just being at the brink of death is enough for them to, like, contact us or something? Huh. Continue.
Though Eothas stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between.
The in-between? The in-between refers to the shadow world that souls briefly wander after death on their way to the beyond. It has been described as a hazy landscape, empty but for the glow of other souls, Audra, and Watchers. This is the space that Watchers peer into when they observe and speak to lost souls and soul fragments. Even the gods cannot reach it. Huh. So how are you here? How is Barath here? Weird. Alright, continue.
You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced Watcher to find him.
So does he technically have part of our soul? Is that... Yeah, that's the idea of how we de-level, right? Okay. Am I dead? Why don't you do it yourself? I'm not going anywhere near that thing. Why don't you just do it yourself?
Taking a physical form in Eora is fraught with peril. Most mortal minds and bodies are incapable of containing divine power. It can lead to problems, as Eothas learned not long ago.
Right, which we just got refreshed on with Widewyn and the Saints' War, huh?
Her armored hand gingerly places a card sideways on the table. It features a man with a burst of light instead of a head.
Widewyn himself, right? Well, I'd like to find him as much as you would. He destroyed my castle and killed who knows how many people around it. I've had enough of dealing with the gods, all of you. Why should I care about any of this? And let's get on with it. It doesn't matter how much you threaten me, I'm not doing this. Yeah, we want vengeance.
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua and your surrounding lands.
Ooh, I like that. It is my business to know. That's good. Alright.
Their souls remain in Eothas still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. or don't, and return to the wheel.
Let's get on with it. Let's do this vengeance quest.
Good. Before you return to Eora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life in death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
Jesus.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Right, and I guess since we were just able to, using her cards and stuff, like, select reality, I guess it's not too far-fetched that we're just able to select what we look like, all that, right? That we can just completely... Well, is this meant to be like we're changing reality so that we're going back into the body that we've always had? Or is the idea that we're going into a new body? Like, if we... Like, suppose, like... First off, I started as an elf in Pillars 1. So if I wanted to be, like, an Orlan now... Is it retconned? Like, have we altered reality that I've always been an Orlan? Or is it just that my body is now an Orlan body? Alright, end dialogue. And we'll click through this stuff pretty quickly. I think this should be, yeah, here we go. Oh, look, this is new. Choose a pre-made character to start with and modify it as you like. Yeah, this wasn't here before. What is all this? Huh. Fire, godlike, a wizard, monk, druid, cipher, ranger, barbarian, paladin, fighter, rogue. Oh, these are just all the main classes, huh? Yeah, there's no dual class. Yeah, I guess this is meant for like new people who are a little what would you say? Fearful? No, not fearful, but imposed by. Like they find the stat system a little bit imposing. They're just like, I just want the story. I just want to hear the story and all that, which totally fair, right? All for accessibility and all that. Alright, but we want to start from scratch. Alright, here we go. We will just create our character from previous times. There we go. We were an elf. Which, honestly, maybe I mentioned this last time when we were doing the stream. But now that we know more about the people, I'd probably be an Orlan. I'm kind of about the Orlan life. But still, we have to stick to the canon. Maybe in Pillars 3, if we aren't playing as the Watcher. Let's see, Wood Elf. Would you like to make a single-class or multi-class character? Single-class characters are entirely focused on their chosen class. They gain access to higher-level powers more quickly. Multi-class characters can select powers from 2 classes, but gain access to higher-level powers more slowly, and cannot access their class's highest-level powers. Multi-class characters are not recommended for new players. We're multi-classing, baby! Alright, still want to be a swashbuckler. Now, apparently they added in new, subclasses or something for every single one of these, which seems wild. Maybe we'll have to dabble in some of that. Alright, here we go, Rogue. Oh yeah, here we go, Debonair. As charming as they are devious, these rogues use cleverness and diplomacy to achieve their goals, often acting only in self-interest. They have been known to contract high society thefts, unveil scandals, or even perform the occasional white glove assassin. And this was one of the main points of contention last time I was making a character, is trying to pick the rogue subclass that I wanted, because none of them quite seemed to fit. Assassin would have been good, but I believe their bonus for extra stealth attacks only work with, I think, backstabs? Stealth attacks are backstabs, maybe? I don't know. I think you have to be within 2 meters to activate a stealth attack. I'm not sure. But this, just looking at this, gain significant hit to crit against charm targets, gain roguish charm ability. I mean, that synergizes well, like if we're going to have Aloth with us doing charm, that's great synergy, right? And then roguish charm, convince a Kith target to turn on their allies and join your side. If the rogue is of a higher level, the target will gain body inspirations when charmed. Higher level results... Oh, and we'll never be higher level, right? Okay. Higher level results in more powerful inspirations. Oh, so if we successfully charm someone who is higher level than us, we'll get more powerful inspirations. Okay. And when we're not, gain hit to graze attacks when not affected by any afflictions. Oh, so we're harder to hit. Okay. Cowardice. Receive a penalty to accuracy and defenses if there are no allies nearby, which, since we're going to be ranged, should be easy enough. We can just stand by one of our ranged DPS. Yeah, that seems good. I'm kind of about that, because charming dudes is really, really good, right? It's like great CC and extra damage on top. And then, like I said, synergy. We can pretty much blast through anyone who is not... Yeah. Who is charmed, I should say. My other pick would probably be Assassin, but I'm pretty sure what we found out was that stealth attacks only work within 2 meters, which I don't really want to be up in and on them. Yeah. So we're going with Debonair. Both seem solid, I think. Alright, there we go. And Crippling Strike. Yep, that's what we want. Mostly for the damage bonus, right? There we go. And Swashbuckler, baby. There we go. Fighters form the front line. Yeah, we know all this stuff. There we go, next. And Black Jacket, of course, because I want the sort of build or fantasy of having like a coat of pistols and stuff where you just whip out and swap between weapons like nobody's business and fire off dual pistols like nuts. Alright. And of course the bonus is you start with an additional weapon set and weapon proficiency. Reduce recovery time penalty when switching weapons. Constant recovery is less effective. Huh. What is constant recovery again? Just get a quick charged by the rush of battle, the fighter will continually regenerate health at a modest rate. Okay. What's the reduced amount? Maybe it's higher than 2, maybe it's like 4 or 5. Still, we're going to be DPS, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, Black Jacket, there we go. And we want Discipline Barrage. Because it gives us, let's see, Aware, which is higher hit chance. Less grazes, more hits, more perception, always good. Concentration, which means you're less likely to be interrupted. Good stuff. Alright, and then here, let's see if I remember this. Let's see, we want to max out Perception. Because the idea with our character is that we're going to do a big, heavy Alpha Strike. We want max Perception and maxed out Might, if possible. We can bump down Constitution a bit, get that higher, and then Dexterity we should bring up a bit. Let's see. Bring those down. Constitution is of little importance to us, like mechanically speaking, as far as like checks and all that. Yeah. Yeah, as far as like skill checks, I don't know. Might, I don't really envision my character being a mighty character, but it's meant to be more than just, like, physical strength, right? Like, it represents a character's physical and spiritual strength, brute force, as well as their ability to channel powerful magic. Alright, neat. That seems good. That seems good to me. And in keeping in... We could... Well, no, because now that we have our charm, we want our charm to last a little bit longer, right? Already at 9, we will have 5% less duration. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Alright. And we are from Deadfire, which should get us... Yeah, there we go. +1 dexterity. Let's get a little lore here. The Deadfire Archipelago marks the eastern edge of the known world, dominantly populated by Island Almawa, who make up the tribes of the Huana. The chain of hundreds of islands spans thousands of miles. The Deadfire contains myriad climates and biomes that are home to a bewildering array of creatures. The last century has brought ambitious colonial traders, explorers, and pirates to the Deadfire. But travel east of the archipelago is blocked by the destructive storms of Andra's Mortar. Andra's Mortar? Huh. Andra, goddess of oceans, forgotten things, loss, relentlessness, and mourning. Yeah, she was big in the Pillars 1 DLC. Said to have once fallen in love with the moon and tried to draw it near, with catastrophic consequences. People bring tokens to her temples of things they wish to forget, and her clergy sees the tokens cast into the sea. Which, honestly, what a cool idea, god of, or goddess in this case, of forgetfulness. Huh. Legends among the Huana speak of an ancient cataclysm that devastated their people thousands of years ago. Details of this event have been lost to time, but Huana storytellers claim that it destroyed everything they had built, sinking even the greatest of their cities beneath the waves, which we heard some of this during that same DLC we were just talking about. Alright, dope. So I guess the idea behind our character is that a bit of a pirate, a bit of like a swashbuckler already from the start, and then sort of got looped into the heroics of being the Watcher. And Drifter, yep, what was your job? You never quite fit in no matter where you go. Each new town is just a place to rest briefly before moving on to the next. You are more comfortable on the road, traveling the world, or in our case, on the sea. There we go, next. And we want pistols. Let's see. Do we want blunderbusses? You can dual wield them. We may as well grab them because we have one extra. Yeah, we have 3 of them. Oh, and also, fuck, I almost forgot. Yeah, pistols and blunderbuss. See, they both do only pierce damage, which was something that we ran into problems with. So we need to also get a bow. Yeah, because that also gives us slash damage. Let's see, which kind of bow do we want here real quick? Let's see. We want a faster one, don't we? Looks like hunting bow. Yeah. That way we can just have a hunting bow in our inventory, and if we run into an enemy that's immune to pierce damage, we can just do a swap. There we go. Great. And next. Oh my goodness. This is different. It used to be that these were a lot bigger, right? It didn't just show you all of them in one big who's a what's in here. Let's see if we can't find our dude. There he is. Great. Alright. And let's see. Colors. Zoom out here a bit. And let's go with... I think these you can change later, right? Let's see. Ooh, let's make it like a dark... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's good. I like that. And then pants. How do we want our pants to look? Maybe a dark brown or something like that? Let's see. Huh. I kind of like that. Normally I would go with like a olive green or yellow or tan or something that you can see there. But I think it matches well with like the more red infused vest. Do you like these fashionista tips I'm giving here? Alright. That seems good enough for now. Like I said, I think we can change that later. Which hopefully, because we'll be wearing different things, right? Alright, and skin tone. Maybe we should make ourselves look a little more reddened or tanned from being in... Yeah, from being in the piratey lands. The hotter, more tropical area. Alright, hair looks probably fine. Let's see. Do we want it like this? Because our character has a bit of an auburn hair color. Huh. Maybe something like that? That looks pretty good. That looks about right. Or could we invert these? How does that look? Nah, that's not quite it, is it? It's lighter. Let's see. Can we darken this up a bit? Nah, I think that's perfect. Let's see. Can we move these around a bit? Nah, that might be too light. I don't know. I quite like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, eyes. Eyes look a little... that's fine. Let's see, head. Face? Is this new? Huh. I don't think so. This seems familiar. Maybe we should be kind of messed up. Like, if the idea is that our character is using the exact same body, it should be a little fucked up, right? We just got stomped on. Big time. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, sort of like as a way to think of like, oh yeah, in our first adventures we were a pretty looking dude. But now, we've gotten fucked up a bit. We've gone down in battle a bit. Alright, let's see. Oh, we have these new hairs and stuff, right? Or are they all down here? It looks like it. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Maybe in Pillars 5 we'll be a balding asshole. Let's see, how about this? We look like rookie cop Leon S. Kennedy. Alright. Not quite how it looks there, huh? About this? That's okay. Let's see. Oh, elves don't have facial hair, do they? Okay. How about this? Something long... I kind of like that. It's kind of piratey, especially if we have a pirate hat. It'll poke out down there. Yeah, we're going with that. Voice. Cocky, I think...
Quick and quiet. Ready when you are. I'll lead the way.
Yeah, I think this is what we went with last time. Average, let's see. These two here at the bottom are new ones, I think. How's energetic look? Let's see, that's kind of okay. Is there any clipping going on? Any major clipping? That's kind of fun. I'm enjoying that. How about savage? Oh my gosh! Maybe if we were like an Almaua or oh god. What do they call him? A godlike Almaua. Oh jeez. Oh my gosh. Alright. Yeah, I think energetic is the one we're gonna go with. I'm kind of a fan. Alright, dope. Next. And we will just be Lyle. There we go. No schnub, I think. Always, I never know. Well. I don't know. Should we be Lyle Schnub? Do we give a full name? Huh. No, we'll just be Lyle. We'll just be Lyle. There we go. Good. Yep, dope. Looks fine to me. Oh, what are our passive skills and stuff here? Sleight of hand we're pretty good at. Good. I'd like to put points into that. Lying and streetwise, they seem good as well. Stuff that I'll probably buff up there. Yeah, dope. Seems fine. Gosh, I forgot how they did these separating the active and passive skills. That's just excellent, I think. All right, next. Oh, here we go.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world.
Yeah, we picked pretty good in the first one, deciding to get Barath's blessing, especially since now we're apparently a herald of Barath, which she says is like a big deal.
Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
Yeah, I'll just shout up from my boat and try and ask him. See what's up. Hey man, what you doing up there? You having a good time?
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul.
Jesus Christ.
Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you.
What?
The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
Oh my god.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby.
Good god, I don't remember that. She put like a bomb inside of us? Okay, damn, she got... Barath has an insurance policy, alright. Was that there before? Did this happen before? I don't remember this.
The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Alright, thanks. Let's see, can we save yet? Can I do any, like, save? No, okay. Can I do, like, a quick save? No, okay. Oh, can we inspect everybody here?
Time is not on your side, Watcher. I suggest you get on with the task at hand.
Alright. What about you, old dude?
The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
Alright. Weird that there's a door. Look, yeah, there's like many doors here. Huh. Alright. Ugh. Alright. Oh yeah, look at all these other folks and stuff. Jeez. I bet they're jealous. I get to come back. Oh, look, we got the orange-blue contrast. Always effective. Let's see, we are getting ready for our first fight, huh? God, I can't save. Oh yeah, we can save up in the cabin, I think, right? I'm trying to remember. Oh god, that scared me. I thought that was in real life. Good god. Is that Eder talking to us? Was that supposed to be him? Alright. Here. Let's check this stuff out. Oh, I forgot, yeah, we brought our chair with us, or just the head. You sense the steward's spirit in the bust, but she is unaware of you. Alright. Eder? Goosebumps rise on Eder's arms at your approach, but he seems unaware of your presence. Alright. Here we go, baby! gosh. Just immediately assume the position.
Your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull. Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
Jeez, sorry, man. Also, we need to get in the habit of calling him Adair properly, right?
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's a long story. I went to... I met a god again.
How are you feeling?
Oh, look at this. Mystic or philosopher? Oh. Alright. Who are you? Alive. I'm in a lot of pain. Weak, but I'm sure it will pass. I like the idea of who are you, because we don't need to ask that, because we do remember. But suppose I were a player who hadn't played Pillars 1. We could just have an amnesia now. Like, this is essentially us being able to pick whether or not our character has amnesia throughout all this, right? Or if you say this, is it meant to be like, you butt. Alright. Weak, but I'm sure it will pass.
Sure. You've been out a long time.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cad Nua.
Cad Nua has been destroyed. Aethus possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely.
Hold up, how did she survive then, right? Doesn't the steward have a soul inside of her? Huh. Maybe statues respect statues, you know how it is.
The further Aethus withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago.
We've already read about this, right? Edge of the... Yep, okay, Great Cataclysm, yeah.
I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul. And proximity to it has brought you back.
Yeah, I do know.
How could you know all that? You've been faking on us.
He pokes at your shoulder with one finger.
No time to explain.
Misfortune's brewing topside. Migrants fires, the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Damn, dude, we can smell from all the way back here. Magrin, goddess of war, fire, transformation, purification, consumption, and trials. Patron goddess of the Deerwood, thought to have blessed the Godhammer bomb that destroyed Widewin, and possibly Aethys. Continue.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
Alright.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
Gosh, instinctively I'm ready to just read this part. Alright, end dialogue. Here we go, let's do a quick save. Great. Alright, let's see. Check this out. The word Ukaizo is scribbled and crossed out on many points of the globe. Alright, Eder?
There's gear in that wardrobe. Take what you need.
There
Bust.
are weapons in the armoire here.
Alright, let's take fucking everything. I need it all, baby. Let's see, mail armor, Barras Black Bell. Is that because we picked her in the first one, or because I own Pillars 1? I don't know. Oh look, we can actually dual wield now. Oh, it didn't even occur to me that we'd be able to do that. Alright, dope. Let's just take all that.
Now make some use of it.
Heck yeah, dude. Let's see. Oh, equipping items, view. If you click on an item in your inventory to pick it up, you can place it in any highlighted slot to equip it. You can also double-click items to automatically equip them. Good. Let's see. Let's get... Oh, God. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here's all of our slots. Yeah, great. Let's see. Should we... Yeah, let's just do main hand for... Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, let's just do main hand until we get more shit, right? I think that's a great idea. Because for now, Because isn't it that if you dual wield, of course you have the magic of dual wielding, but you also get an accuracy penalty, right? Or maybe you get an accuracy bonus if you wield a one-handed weapon with just one hand and nothing in your offhand. I think that might be it. Alright, mail armor. There we go. Oh, can I re-equip this somehow and just have a nice look going on? Let's see. Oh, if I have a little animal. Okay, neat. Let's see. Should I have this mail armor on? Maybe. Not really my kind of look, but... yeah, let's go with this. I like the look, what can I say? And look, here we go. Look, we can change that, great. And we can also... Oh, how I look in combat. Looking pretty dope. Got the blunderbuss, got the pistolero, got the big-ass bow. Wow, it is pretty big. Wait, are we specialized in war bows? Did I pick war bow instead of hunting bow? Whoops. Whoops. Uh-oh. That's fine. That's fine. God, what have I done?
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
Shit, we did pick warbow. Oh my god, I'm a fool. I'm a damn fool. What can you do? I'm ready for war. Alright. Do another quick save here. Alright.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious.
Alright, same stuff.
I suggest you deal with them quickly.
Get armed and suited up. We gotta get on deck.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's see. Here, oh, look. Oh, perfect. Alright, excellent. Let's see, let's head on.
If we don't get out there now, we'll have lost by the time we do.
Jesus, do you think that's actually timed? Alright, now I believe here, if I remember from the last time we did all this, the people who, like, if people die here, they straight up won't show up. But if everyone survives, they will show up later on. Not as, like, a major character, but I think as, like, your starting crew, I think? So we'll try and save as many folks as we can. It's not super duper important, but there's some benefit. There's some good stuff going around. Good lord. Loading taking a lot longer than I remember, but maybe I'm just mistaken. There we go.
Well, what have we here? A little sloop? Lost and alone in the storm?
Oh, I have to read... Okay. A surly, brutish-looking captain stands stiff-backed before his crew. He scowls as he assesses you, his hair whipping about his ears in the wind. Benwith.
I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind. And especially if you do.
What a funny guy.
Well, at least he asked.
I am a gentleman of fortune.
The captain shrugs in the sheeting rain before pinning you with a slow, murderous grin.
Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonizing, sure. But at least it'll be quick.
Pirates? Oh my gosh, I've never seen a pirate before in my life. I don't have any quarrel with you. Why do you want my ship? The storm's pretty loud. Did you say you're surrendering? How strange. I'm going to mount your skull in my cabin. Make a rude hand gesture. Fire all cannons, aim at the mouthy one. Oh shit. Let's make a rude hand gesture. Let's just give him the bird. Eder smiles like he's just seen an old friend. Wow, Eder likes that? Man, I never tried that. Alright, View. Do we get points with him? You have gained a reputation in disposition. Dispositions represent how people perceive you, your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations sometimes bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. To see icons for the effects of dialogue decisions on disposition enable the show personality/reputation option in difficulty settings. Right. And I don't know if I want to enable that, because I like the idea of just picking what my heart tells me to pick, and so be the consequences, right? Alright. It leads to fun surprises like this. Fun moments of like, oh gosh, this companion liked this, and so forth, right? That's fun.
Always like that one. Sometimes I like to wiggle the finger like it's tickling.
Oh my god! Alright, great!
Oh, I like your spirit.
He laughs long and loud over the din of the howling rain. Then he sobers, instantly, his face a mask of rage.
But that won't spare you none.
Alright, dude.
Listen up, mates.
He cracks his neck as he addresses his crew.
I'm off to spear me a bigger fish. One with sharper teeth like. I'm trusting you lot not to cock this up. Don't damage the sloop when you take it. Play with the crew if you'd like, but don't bring me any prisoners. None that are alive.
You heard, bandwidth!
Alright, here we go. Let's see. Look, the reflexes are kicking back in already. Alright. Great. And we can't actually control our friends here, huh? There we go. Enter stealth. View. When a character in stealth enters the hearing radius or vision cone of a bystander, the bystander will start to detect them. The rate of detection is determined by the character's stealth skill and the level of the bystander. And it is faster in the vision cone than in the hearing radius. You can hover your cursor over any character while in stealth to see their hearing radius and vision cone. Some items, such as noisemakers, can be used to distract and move bystanders while you explore in stealth. Very good. Alright. Let's fucking blast this dude. There we go. And who do we want to blast first? This guy. Looks good. Alright. Dope. And beginning to unload. Combat introduction. Characters with a red selection circle are hostile to you. To attack an enemy with your currently equipped weapon, click their selection circle. You can also select the sword button in the lower center of the screen to put your cursor into the attack state. This will allow you to attack anyone, even friendly characters. Oh. Alright. And we're prepping an attack. There we go. Beautiful. And we've shot our bullet. Let's swap. And blast him again. There we go. Just like old times, huh?
Defend the ship!
There we go. Great. Then, should we try and reload or... You know what? Fuck it. Let's try and... Oh yeah, let's swap back to our pistol. And we can, rush to reload. That seems like a good idea. Alright. Good. Look, Edder's already getting in here to help tank. Oh, good God. Hopefully he does it soon. Oh yeah, we're killing him. Look at that. Edder's gonna finish him off, I bet. Great. And then, let's see, let's activate this. Should we try our new ability? Let's try it. Activate that. Oh, is that instant? There we go. Oh, we have to be pretty fucking close for this. There we go. Oh, shit! Alright, now how do I attack him again? Let's see. It's the sword icon. There we go. Oh my gosh, ready for a fucking instant crit, huh? Oh, did I do it? Did I hit him already? Is that them dead? Yo, I think I just fucking... No, there they are. Alright. There we go. Nice. Oh, I'm liking this. Okay. And then... Let's see. Do we still have this active? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Should we swap to... Let's see. How are we... Are we landing hits well? Let's see. Missed. Pirate misses Edder. Or Adair. Oh, shit. I'm missing a lot. It's fine. Alright. There we go. Kind of wasted a shot there. Let's look up here. The helmsman ain't doing great. Let's try and help him out. We should also use this. Great. Landing hits. Good. Yeah, at a disadvantage because of our who's a what's it being active. Maybe we shouldn't. How fast do we go without it? Here, let's also aim for this guy back here. Let our melee finish him off. There we go. Oh my god, dude fucking exploded. Fuck, I forgot about that.
Storm's picking up!
Did anyone die? Did we get everybody alive? Oh god. Oh, okay, we have to read this. You've defeated the pirates, but you're not out of trouble yet. The storm picks up, lashing your ship and driving you dangerously close to a rocky shore. The Defiant's crew hurries to reduce sail and batten down the hatches. They work quickly, but the ship is still listing heavily. The Defiant is the ship purchased with the last of Caed Nua's riches. It has borne you from the eastern reach to the Deadfire archipelago. Just then, a loose crate tumbles toward you, gathering speed on the rain-slicked deck. It misses you, but knocks Chitupek, one of your deckhands, off his feet. Oh right, I remember this. The Defiant heaves. Chitupek pitches over the side. He grabs onto the rail, but his fingers are slipping. He cries out for help. Meanwhile, the runaway crate totters on the edge of the deck, ready to plunge overboard. You recognize a symbol on the front, and realize it likely contains salvage from Caed Nua, your keep. Fuck that, we're going after Chitupek. You grab Chitupek's arm just as his grip fails. For a tense moment, he hangs suspended over the roiling sea. Then, with a mighty tug, you pull him back onto the deck. There we go. You hear a heavy splash. The crate from Caed Nua is gone. Chitupek, meanwhile, nods in gratitude and hurries to his station. I wonder if he died, if Chitupek died during that first encounter, would there not be a choice? Huh. Maybe you would just always go for the crate. That's very interesting. Alright, continue. Oh my god, look at that sexy ass. Meanwhile, the storm has nearly driven you ashore. A flash of lightning reveals a treacherous coastline and one massive butt crack. An Aethys striding into the distance. The lookout barely has time to shout a warning before the Defiant runs aground. The impact hurls you from the deck and into a froth of waves, bodies, and splintering debris. And then we die again. Barrett, I'm back! Gonna need some help! You struggle toward the beach just ahead, even as the surf tugs you toward the open sea. You kick and paddle with all your might, until at last you feel sand between your fingers. Pulling yourself ashore, you collapse. Oh gosh, look at this. Accuracy is a score used to determine if an attack hits a target, regardless of attack type. Accuracy is opposed by one of the target's 4 defenses: deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. The higher accuracy is compared to target defense, the higher the chance to hit. Right. And if you have really high accuracy, you can crit, which I always thought was a fun system, right? The miss, graze, hit, crit system. I like it. Big on it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the loading screens definitely take a lot longer than I remember. Maybe I'm just tripping butts. Tripping on Aethys' butt? Damn. Seek out a means of repairing your ship. Explore the island.
You've been getting a lot of sleep so far on this trip. I'd have woke you, but you look so peaceful with your face in the sand.
Adair runs his fingers through his hair and removes a strand of seaweed he finds lodged there. He examines it closely and then tosses it onto the sand.
If you're worried about the ship, you can stop worrying. It's wrecked right over there.
He points out the Defiant, despite it being difficult to miss from your vantage point.
So far, it's just you and me and the chair lady over there.
Adair nods towards something further up the beach.
It's a relief to see you awake, my lord. I worried you were in for another long sleep.
Your steward appears to be lodged between some rocks. Despite this, her tone is warmly cheerful. Ugh, what happened? Where are we? I hate boats. Let's see. What happened? Well, no, we haven't. Where are we?
Don't know, but it's real pretty.
Difficult to say for certain. The Deadfire is spotted with islands, some quite small. The good news is that if the storm hasn't spun us round entirely, I'd say we're in charted waters. I believe the Valian Trading Company operates in the region.
Let's get a refresher here. Valian Trading Company. An outward-looking mercantile order from the Valian republics. The 30,000 employees are tasked with delivering profit on the homeland's investment. In the Deadfire, this means refining and exporting luminous Adra in enormous quantities. I'm sure the locals are happy about that.
Hence that little visit from that wretched pirate captain.
Let's get going. What do we do now? Can we patch up the ship? Shout, "Any help here, Barrett?" I mean, we have to do this, right? There's no reply, save for the calling of gulls and the constant crash of water upon the shore.
I'd shout for Aethys, but I'm worried he'd hear me and come over.
We picked this earlier. We picked this the first time. I remember this. What a fucking good line. All right. Can we patch up the ship?
I'm afraid I won't be much assistance in that regard. And not to doubt Master Adair's capacity, but even he would need supplies.
That's true. Steak, especially.
Patching the hull is only the start. You're going to need help getting the Defiant out to sea again. And a crew, for that matter.
Let's see about the other survivors. And somehow we gotta get the ship repaired. I don't want to be paddling out of here on a salvage raft.
For now, I'd say your best bet is to find some sign of civilization. If nothing else, we may be able to hire on a shipwright. My lord, if it is not too taxing, could you explain how it came to pass that you were returned to us?
My soul passed into the beyond, and Barath gave me a choice. Find Aethys or die. Barath has given me a sacred duty. I'm to hunt Aethys for the other gods. It turns out the gods are too dumb to figure out what Aethys is doing, so they sent me back to figure it out. Squint dramatically while looking out at the ocean. I've returned as the Herald of Barath. I'm on a special mission to find Aethys and learn what his plans are. Since the end of Pillars 1, I think my character, I mean, certainly I am, a little distrustful of the gods, right? I don't know. Though maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe they're just like, because we did find out that they are people, so as such, they're like people. Some you shouldn't trust, some maybe are alright. Who can say? Does power corrupt? Alright. But let's be a bot. Turns out the gods are too dumb to figure out what Aethys is doing, so they sent me back to figure it out.
Could be they're just not dumb enough to get in Aethys' way up here.
That's very fair.
A perilous endeavor indeed. Castle or no castle, you are still my lord, and I will aid you to the best of my ability.
Quest Journal. As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant information. If you are ever stuck, open it to review your notes by pressing the paper and quill button in the lower center of the screen, or the J key. Some of the quests you receive may be challenging until your character has achieved a higher level. A quest that is beyond your character's level will be marked in your journal with 1, 2, or 3 skulls, 1 for every level. If a quest is more than 3 levels above your character's current level, then the skulls will appear red. Oh, I don't think that was in before. That is very useful, right? Because I was worried the last time we played this. We went and did that side quest for our friend, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. The piratey guy. But we went to help him, and I was like, oh gosh, is this appropriate level? Should we have waited and continued on with the main quest? Oh, that's very good. I like that. And counters. A counter is any ability or effect that removes or prevents another category of effects when applied. There are 2 types of counters: inspirations and keywords. Inspirations are grouped by attributes, dexterity, perception, and automatically counter and remove or prevent the application of the corresponding group of afflictions for that attribute. Afflictions may also be used in the same way to remove inspirations. Okay, right. Yeah, that's how it worked in the first one, right? Okay, great. Keywords are descriptors like water, fire, and frost. The relationship between keywords is two-way. So, fire counters water, water counters fire. Oh, this is like, How many are there, though? I don't remember this. For example, a character is under the effect of a flame shield with the fire keyword. An enemy hits them with an overwhelming wave that has the water keyword. The full effects of the overwhelming wave are negated, and the flame shield is removed. Oh. Huh. Yeah, I think this is new. Either new with this game or new entirely, like introduced in an update. Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Okay. Let's see, where does it say? Oh, counters, yeah. Water and frost. Okay, I like that. So we can just easily tell what does what, right? I see. This makes it a lot more like D&D, right? Because, you could be like, oh, I'm using a wall of flame. Well, I have a frost attack. I will completely negate your wall of flame with my frosty breath. Oh, that's cool. I like that. All right, dope. Continue.
Well, I suppose we better get a move on.
Adair, I have to do this on my own. Could you imagine who would pick that? Oh, it would be solo players, right? If you pick solo, do any of the companions even show up? How does that even affect the story, right? Because it seems like a lot of the companions are more ingrained with the story. Oh, what? Yeah, how does that even work? Because Pillars 1 makes it to where it's very optional. There's no reason at all to ever meet any of the companions, ever. But what happens if you pick solo here? Oh, that's very strange. Alright, well, let's go at her. Or Adair. Oh shit, selecting characters. To select a party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press the number button that corresponds to their position in the party, starting with 1 at the left. To select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag the marquee over the circles of the party members you'd like to include. To select the entire party, press the selector button, or the marquee button, in the lower center of the screen, or the backspace key. Okay. Choose the single class or multi-class for this companion. This cannot be changed later. And, something that I heard is that Swashbuckler, although it is what I am, works very well for Adair as a tank. So we're going to be going with that. Multi-class characters are not recommended for new players, which I think actually lends a lot of awesomeness, for lack of better phrasing, to how classes and abilities work in Pillars, and Pillars 2, of course. Is that, although I want to make Adair a swashbuckler, we will be playing completely differently, right? Our characters are nothing at all alike. Adair will be a melee tank, and I will be range DPS, and it'll be like we're completely different classes, despite the fact that we're the same class, right? Alright, and let's accept. Very cool. Dope! Alright! Holy crap, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. When next we come back, we will be exploring the crap out of this beach and catching up to where we were previously. Oh, is there some, like, camera shake going on? Oh, no, only when I zoom, I think. Yeah, okay. Huh, neat. Well, until next time, peace.